The Cowboys want to add another Super Bowl title and bring it home to Dallas.
And off we go from Las Vegas. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Again, it'll be Dorsett. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And that's going to be another first down. Good running for him to start the drive. This one, 11 yards. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They had 2 straight first downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. A handoff, Dorsett up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Not something you see very often.
Back the very next series.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Still for game, 1st and 15. Now a give up the middle to Bettis. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Quick slant to Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Up the middle they run with Bettis. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll try a toss here to Bettis. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Third and 12. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking to get it to Ward, intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
2nd down and 6 now. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. But on that play, they held up quite well.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running right, it's Dorsett. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Back to throw here. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger. Complete. It's Johnson.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's still on his feet. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Forced out to his left, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
This is going to get them the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving up 3, we just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 67 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Up the middle they go with Dorsett. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Lamb will go in motion. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right.
Roethlisberger will throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Pat Fryermuth.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pollard to return from the end zone.
Muscles by at the 25.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking here for Smith downfield. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've arrived at halftime here in Super Bowl 57. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, they'll run with Bettis. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll start this